Okay, sixth graders, you've worked really hard on these low G notes. You've practiced your lesson book songs. We've learned them by rote, which means without looking at music. And so now it's time to jump into the song D major and look at the last two lines of the first page. So I want you to look at measure 49. So you'll find the little 49 inside the circle and find that really low note in the first measure. That really low note is your low A. For basses, that is your open A string, and for everybody else, it's first finger. I'd like to just play these first two measures of line 49, the line that starts with measure 49. So I set up my low A first finger, and then I have my bow on the D string. 3, 4. Let's do that again. D down to low A. 3, 4. Let's also look at the first two measures of the bottom line. That's the 57 inside the circle. It starts on the D, goes up to the higher A, back to the D, and then down to your low A. Here we go together. I want your eyes to be on your music so that you can be getting to used to what these notes look like. 3, 4. Low A. Now we're going to play all of the line that starts at measure 49. So look for the 49 in the circle. Look through it with your eyes. It does jump around a bit. If there's any notes that you don't just automatically recognize, take the time right now to stop this video and write your letters in. At this point in time, if you don't recognize them, I'm going to be asking you to do a lot of letter writing in, and you can be using that as practice time at home. Number 49, 3, 4. Line right away, we would also do the bow lift that's marked with the comma at the end of that line. Now we're going to work on the first 4 measures of the last line. Just like previous, it goes from D up to A, D down to A. But then when you look at the next set of measures, D up to A, it kind of tricks us because then it goes E down to A. So here we are at 57, 3, 4. Now E. Okay, look through the rest of the line. Measure 61 is D, D, A, A. Measure 62 is D, D, B, B. So now let's try the whole line. 3, 4. Here's E. Up to B. Let's combine those two lines and play from 49 to the bottom of the page. So now we will need to do that bow lift at the end. And remember, if you have any notes that you don't automatically recognize, stop this video and take time to write them in. Write them in using letters and not finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you made any mistakes, take your pencil, circle the measure that you had a mistake in, or take the time to mark those letters. That is something that we are expecting you to do in your practice time at home so we can play more together when we are at school. Turn over the page and go to the second page. Starts with measures number 65. And if you look through it with your eyes, it's D string notes and then the A and the B on the A string. So not even any low notes right here. So here we go on measure 65. We're just going to play through the whole song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note A, E. F sharp. Bow lift if we were to continue. I gave you some note hints in there. Those would be the notes that might be a good idea to write in if you're struggling to recognize them. Look through the line that starts with the measure 73 and figure out what those low notes are. I'll let you know that they're all the same. So once you figure out one of them, you figured out all the rest of the low notes in this song. Okay, so they are low A. For basses, that is your open A string. For everybody else, that is your first finger. Set up your low A first finger, but make sure you put your bow on the D string to start the song. So here we are for 73. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half note, 2 counts. Low A, E, let's do that again. Make sure you're holding those clear notes for 2 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the line that starts at 81. Again, all these low notes are still just low A. Now we have to move our first finger from the beginning of line 81 over to that low A. Basses, you're lucky, your low A is that open string, so you don't have to move your finger over. Here we are at 81. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to work on those 5 lines in your personal practice time. If you do this video again, you can use it as practice time. Or if you work on this area without using the video, it counts as practice time too. Remember to fill out your practice time every day because you're submitting that picture of your practice card on Fridays.